The education of autistic children requires appropriately structured classrooms and teaching methods to develop understanding. The type of structuring will differ with the ages and individual capabilities of each student. In general, 4 types of structuring are used in Teacch.
Feel.
Good. What does the AI say?
A.
The first is physical structuring of the classroom to show the location of activity. The second is a schedule to show when. The third is a work-study system to show what to do, how much, and the reward. And the fourth is organization of teaching materials to show how to complete the task. Let's start with the children's classroom. The different uses of various areas and the boundaries between them are clearly marked.
No, Brian, watch Jim. Dog. 1, 2, 3.
This indicates a place where this child can work on his own tasks. This indicates the toilet. This area is for music and group play. The outdoor playground is also structured. As are the playroom. And the lunchroom. Scheduled content is also structured through easy-to-understand pictures. Scheduled boards are adjusted to the developmental levels of the children in a variety of ways. To achieve desired ends, careful planning goes into lesson content and structure. Nicky has finished a task, so he returns that card to the scheduled board. His next scheduled task is work. In other words, study. This young man takes his work card and walks over to his study area. They go to their desks, place the work cards in the appropriate slot, and begin to study. The teaching materials are visually structured to be easy for the children to understand, using methods appropriate to their differing ages and capabilities.
Okay, match picture. Pencil, very good. Where's pencil? Good, Brian. Crayon. Very good. Where's crayon? Match picture.
Scissors.
Jordan. Scissors. What is it?
Here a photograph is being used to teach the word scissors.
Crayon. Jordan, give me crayon. Crayon.
This child can mimic spoken words, but does not understand their meanings. Here is another children's class in a different school. This classroom is also structured. Here the scheduled boards are vertical. Even within a single classroom, a variety of methods are used. Teachers develop procedures that are easy for their particular students to understand, then design teaching materials to match. For children who like blocks, schedule blocks can be made. The work system is handled in the same way. Let's take a look.
Hot card.
The next item on this child's schedule is snack.
Let's go to snack, Kyle. Come on.
Even the children who use blocks gather together when snack time comes around.
snack block.
No, not six.
The snack block.
Each class uses special and individualized teaching materials. Next, let's take a look at elementary school students. This classroom is also visually structured, with boundaries clearly marked. To help the children understand the meanings and functions of different areas, letterboards are suspended from the ceiling. They are designed to be both easy to see and easy to understand. The desks are also laid out carefully. These are the schedule boards. These cards mark the bathroom. Water, soap, wash hands, dry hands. The sequence for washing hands is clearly indicated. Training materials are also structured using a variety of ideas. These teaching materials are combined for a range of tasks. Here, colors and shapes are combined in a specified order to make something. These materials teach the use of a screwdriver. Materials make extensive use of shapes and colors. These materials are designed to assist children in learning how to put things into the case. Let's look at another elementary school. This classroom is also appropriately structured visually. Here again, the innovation and original ideas of the teachers can be seen. Places to study pictures are marked like this. This card indicates the play area. And this area is for study. The content of the scheduled boards is the same, but the pictures are different. Let's take a look at this work system. A girl looks at her scheduled board to identify her next activity. Study is next, so she goes to that location. There she finds a board with the numbers 5 and 2 written on it. She is to do tasks 5 and 2.
What number are you getting, Jamie?
She picks up the board and goes to her own desk.
What number are you getting?
She takes educational materials pack number 5 from a shelf and goes to work.
Bring it to your table. Jamie, bring it to your table.
Mama put this.
Ball, and it starts.
The girl follows the instructions carefully. Her assigned task consists of placing cards with them in their correct positions in the alphabet. The teacher asks her what letter the card indicates, then tells her to put it in the place for B.
Good. What's happening? What's next, Tanya?
Some children understand that the sound of a bell means they should begin the next task.
Not ready for
The
grade.
teacher uses varying communication methods and signals for different children. Take a look at this girl's card. The device tells her to play at the table. The teacher devised this method because the girl reacts to sound.
Lunch. You're real shy. Okay. Give you another one. Play table. That's a girl.
The communication therapist visits the class twice a week, helping to teach the children words. A new Teacch program has recently been started in the class. Obstacles to communication are the major problems facing autistic children. To improve communication functions even slightly is the expectation of teachers, parents, and no doubt the children themselves.
Look, they are all finished.
The materials are also structured to provide visual cues to facilitate understanding. Many types of materials are used, with a wide range of innovative approaches. Here is a sampling of materials. These cards are used to teach the idea of digging. While these teach the concept of climbing.
To help the children concentrate when they're working over here in this work area, we've used this visual screen so that a child working at this table doesn't see the materials on this child's table and become confused or distracted by looking at someone else's work. The same, yes, Janine. 5, orange, tinker toy. The same type of concept is used here at the windows. Earlier in the year, a lot of the children would look out the windows instead of looking at their work. So we taped white paper over the windows. So when they're sitting down at the desk, they couldn't see what was going on the playground. This time of year, they've sort of gotten used to all the noise and confusion out in the parking lot, and they really don't look out the windows anymore, so we've been able to take the paper down.
The Teacch program introduces the educational approaches of mainstreaming and reverse mainstreaming when the children reach elementary school age. Reverse mainstreaming consists of having a non-autistic student attend a class with autistic children. Reverse mainstreaming enhances social learning through the collaboration and modeling of non-autistic children of the same age. At the same time, non-autistic children gain a better understanding of their autistic peers.
Good. It's having them tell you the color and shape, and then maybe they can tell you whose turn it is. Oh.
Here a girl is visiting an autistic class. She seems to be looking for someone. It's music time, and she has come in search of an autistic boy. The boy checks his own schedule card as he goes with her. Many children are already waiting. They all go to the music room together. This young man is participating in an integrated classroom. In integrated education, an autistic child joins a class of non-handicapped children. Integrated education is possible when the autistic child is able to learn in a normal classroom situation without undue stress to himself and without causing instability or disorder to the others. It is commonly used with autistic children of relatively higher function. In growing accustomed to a regular classroom environment, the autistic child gradually obtains indirect training in social skills. Now let's look in on a junior high school class for autistic students. Here everyone has identical desks, all in a row. This class is for students with severe disabilities. Again, care can be seen in the way space is allocated and in the selection of educational materials. Cards with pictures and letters indicating the function of each area are prominent throughout the classroom. Cards on the door of the refrigerator show what is inside. This is their playroom. The contents of the scheduled boards are again adjusted to match individual levels of skill. This is the schedule board for the 4 teachers in charge of this class. It shows at a glance which students are to be guided by which teacher for the day. There are 7 autistic students in this class. This young man is assembling curlers. In junior high school, there is considerable emphasis on the learning of vocational skills. This work system is very similar to actual vocational training. This student is doing the laundry. In junior high school, guidance begins to stress the learning of self-reliance. The spreading of peanut butter on a cracker is part of eating together during snack time. Work system cards on top of the table indicate the procedure. This young man has just finished making pizza boxes. He moves on to his next job. Where is he going? He takes the mop from the utility closet. His next job is to clean the school corridor. In junior high school, the learning and living experience extends into the world outside the classroom walls. Students work around the school and also venture outside. This young man is being helped to set up chairs in the lunchroom. While this student is learning how to clean a toilet. This skill will be necessary when living alone or in a group home. Here students are learning cooperation. Two students stand side by side. One washes the dishes and the other rinses them. These two are making greeting cards. One stamps the card and the other applies the pattern.
Good work. Good. Look at that.
Together,
Jay.
they create a beautiful greeting card. Both mainstreaming and reverse mainstreaming are also used in junior high school. Here, a visiting student shows the autistic class how to use a typewriter.
You find J? J? You push J?
In this classroom, students are paid a penny when they finish a job. When a student has 9 coins, he can use them during snack time to eat whatever he wants. This young man has received 9 pennies and immediately claims his reward. These cards are used by the students to order snacks. A single coin can be used to buy one type of food. This is a step in teaching students the use of money. Each uses his own method, whether words or menu cards, to select a muffin or juice or whatever he or she wants. But unless the students make an effort to indicate what they want, they get no snack at all. This is an effective way of motivating them to communicate. Because this boy has 9 coins, he can practice the process 9 times.
What do you want? Muffin? Good.
In this classroom, real money is used as a teaching aid. Accompanying educational materials are designed to prepare students for life beyond the school. On one side of the card, the amount of money is shown, and on the other side, the food that can be purchased.